Good morning and welcome to Valley Views. I'm your host, Glenn Edison. We're certainly glad to have you today. And as always, we're thankful for BTC Fiber for hosting our program. And you can see this interview on BTC Fiber's YouTube page as well as their cable channel 18. Also, we'd like to thank our sponsor of our program, and that is Needful Things General Store up on Highway 127, just past the Bethel Church of Christ on the left. Go by and see Kim Barkley up there. You might find some things you need, you might find some things you don't need, but just want them anyway. So go by and check them out, and we appreciate it. And today we have with us Robin Burgin, and she's, I was going to say the head librarian of the Sequatchie County Library, but she's the librarian.
Yes, the director.
Yes. So we don't, I guess you wear many hats.
Yes,
so,
yes I do.
But we're here today to talk about the summer reading program, and we'll talk a little bit about the library too, because there's been some changes made as well since the last time it's been a little over a year since we've talked. So I'm just going to let you let's get started with let's start with some of the changes that have been made, and then we'll get into the summer program.
Okay, some of the changes is, as everyone noticed, is our hours. We are still open Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. But our hours are now from 8 to 7 on Mondays, 8 to 6 Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and 8 to 5 on Fridays. So that gives us our families that are coming in from work, they can stop by the library and bring their kids after work and after school. We're there for computer usage or getting a book.
Well, when I was looking at your schedule, I thought, well, that's kind of neat because it gives people a chance to really go that may not have an opportunity. Maybe they work in Chattanooga, and by the time they get home, they're just, they're tired and they're having to go home, fix supper or something, and it gives them an opportunity. And I really like the idea that the ability to use computers.
Yes.
Because I know that has helped a lot of people throughout the years that do not have, either they don't have the money to purchase a computer or they don't have the money to buy internet for their home.
Yes.
They can come here and use it.
Yes, and we have just recently, in the past 2 weeks, been blessed with all new computers.
Oh, great.
So they're up to date, fast, efficient. They are connected to our printer. So we do offer printing services at a cost of 25 cents per copy. But our patrons have all new computers, and the whole staff has new computers. And then we just got a laptop for our family room that has changed also since last time we spoke. And so when families come in and they want to check out and they don't want to go into the big circulation room, I can check them out in the family room.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Well, that's a lot of neat things. And it's all for the betterment of the...
Yes.
And because I know y'all are working hard. Y'all have come up with new ideas. And you're got more ideas coming.
Yes.
Just got to put them in place, and got to work out all the kinks before they get in place.
Yes.
Sometimes that takes longer than you want.
It does, yes.
Well, now let's talk about that summer reading program, because when I was looking at that sheet that you gave me the other day, I thought, wow, this is really neat. It's got a lot of stuff.
Yes. Well, we, of course, we're doing an annual summer reading program, and it will run from January 3rd to the 30th of June. And so every day that we
June 1st?
June 3rd. That's our kickoff.
June 3rd,
Yeah. Kickoff is Saturday, June 3rd, and our last day will be the 30th of June at the park, at Harris Park, where the water pad is.
Oh, okay.
So now on June 3rd, Saturday, June 3rd, we will be having lots of activities at the library. We'll have water activities outside, and then inside the library we will have games, tattoos, face painting, that sort of thing. And that's where you can come and register if you haven't already registered your children for the program. And every registered person is put in a drawing.
Oh.
And we have grand prize winners for all age groups. And our age groups this year will run between 0 and 100. So if you fall into that age group, we have a program.
Most everybody.
Yes, we have a program for you. And so all of our programs are on our website, Facebook, and if you want to come by the library, we have printouts for all the programs. We're really focused on our teens this year because we all know there's not enough for our teens to do.
Right.
And we want the teens to realize that we are more than books at the library. We want you to bring in your handheld devices. We want you to have a hangout place, a safe environment.
Right.
And so on Tuesdays at 5 o'clock, every Tuesday in the month of June, we will have Teen Tech Night.
Oh, that'd be neat.
Yes, and the teens are more than welcome to come. We'll have an activity for them, a science activity for them. We will have speakers for those nights, and then they can form, we're hoping, a book club.
Oh, yeah.
So we can take these teens all through the year, just not in the summer.
Right.
That they can come to the library and experience a book club and friendships. That's the...
Yeah. That'd be neat, because I know when I was growing up, a lot of people thought that the ones who, there were a few that really read the books.
Yes.
They always thought they were the weirdos, you know.
Yes, the nerds.
Yeah, and we need to take that away, because I didn't read enough when I was younger, and now that I write, I realize if I'd have read more,
yes,
I could have picked up a whole lot more a lot sooner.
Yes, it's so true, and that has always been my goal in every job I've had, is we introduce reading to these young children. What a future they will have.
Yes.
And so, and we try to obviously introduce books because we are the library, but there are activities that go with the books. There are programs that go with the books, and that's what we like to encourage for all of our ages, even those 99-year-old people. We have a program for you at the library this summer.
Well, and thing I learned that it was too late for me now, because I struggle with it, is vocabulary.
Yes.
And when you read and you get these authors, and they're the ones who really master the vocabulary, and you come across a new word, and I know when I was younger, if I didn't know the word, I wouldn't look it up. I'd just go on,
yeah.
And then I'd misinterpret some of the stuff. You know, I'd think, well, that word means this, but it didn't. It meant something else, and that threw me off. And this way, the children can learn. Yes. And they use that, and it's really neat.
It really, really is. So we're so excited for this year. Now, like I said, each age group will have a grand prize winner on June 30th, and we will pick a name. And we have bikes for age-appropriate bikes from 0 to 12, each age group. And then after 12, we have gift certificates throughout the community that they want. And our adult one will be Sequatchie Valley Brewery. Then we have one for the ceramic store. And we have one from Game Shack.
Oh, wow.
So the community has been wonderful. A little plug for Local Depot. They are hosting our Teen Tech Night with pizza and drinks. So,
that's nice.
Yeah, it's our community. I mean, it is so wonderful. Our library, our library couldn't do the things we do without our community, for sure. So very, very blessed.
Well, and there's a lot of people that are really interested. Of course, I try to plug the Friends of the Library.
Yes.
Because that's a great group.
Our friends.
And they work hard to establish the library for what it is.
Yes. And a little plug for the Friends of the Library is, a lot of people ask, well, I go buy books, but what does that money go to? All of that money comes back to the library, and we spend it, every penny, very well. We do not waste not one penny of that. And so it has helped with programs. It's helped design our new family room with activities for our families, that if you come to the library with young children, you can go to the family room, and we just don't have books in there anymore. We have coloring, we have painting, we have a sensory table, and hopefully by the end of summer we'll have a Lego table.
Oh, that'd be neat.
Yeah, so the children can come and play. I call it experience the library, and then they can get their books also. Well,
that's neat, because people need to look at a library not just a place where a bunch of books are and get dust, you know.
Exactly.
Because I'm afraid that was a lot of people's opinion from years ago.
Yes.
But now it can be a place where, like you said, possibly the Lego table and the paint and the crayons and other things other than just going in and getting a book.
Yes. And in fact, yesterday we had a patron come in and ask about jigsaw puzzles. And I was just like, well, I've been to a library that checked out jigsaw puzzles. So we had some jigsaw puzzles that were donated. And so now we have an area where you can come and check out a jigsaw puzzle. I don't guarantee that every piece is in there, but we're hoping that every piece is in there. And then you just check it out. You can go home, put it together, and come back and get another one. We also are going to start a jigsaw puzzle in the circulation room. So if you just wanted a cup of coffee at the Game Shack and come down and just relax for a little while, you can put a puzzle together in the library.
Well, that'd be neat. See, that makes it really exciting because you have different things, and people don't think about going to the library just to relax and put a puzzle together. And a lot of people are into that, and more than we realize.
Yes, that's for sure. So we're excited for that new program.
And that's really neat. So that excites me because I know my children and my grandchildren have all been in summer reading programs.
Yes.
And they've all enjoyed it. And when they bring back their book of bag, their bag of books.
Yes.
And I looked and I thought, wow, that's kind of neat.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's a lot of neat things going on for kids.
It really is. And this summer program is about gardening. It's growing together. So we're going to be learning about gardening. We're going to be planting flowers, planting seeds, finding out what happens to that seed once it's in the ground. And you get to take all of this home.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, and so we're excited, and we have a lot of programs. Like I said, we will be busy every day in the month of June for summer reading programs. So we encourage everyone to come, sign up, and enjoy your time at the library because we are more than just books. Definitely.
And the thing, when y'all look at the size of our library, I'm sure at one time it was big enough for what we are, but now we've grown.
Yes.
Times have changed.
Yes.
And you're running out of space.
I am definitely running out of space. And another program that we want to start by the end of 2023 is called Library of Things. And this is a new thing from all over the state of Tennessee. The big libraries are doing it right now. And what this is that you can come to the library and maybe you wanted to see if you wanted to sew, but you didn't want to buy a sewing machine. We will have a sewing machine and the instructions, and we will have people in the community that we can call and say, hey, can you come down and show us how to thread the sewing machine or whatever. You can check out the sewing machine or an Instapot or now I've been to some libraries that had like leaf blowers and stuff. I don't think I'm going to go there yet. But we want a library of things. And so when we talk about space, that's going to take a lot of space. So I'm trying to be creative with every inch of the library and keep things safe and clean and in their spot that they belong.
Sounds like you need a new library.
Maybe.
Well, that would really be neat because you know, as time progresses, this community is going to grow and things are, and a lot of times people don't think of the library as the source to go to.
Right. Yes.
You know, they'll think of maybe going to some person or a group of people or a business. They don't think about coming to the library. Maybe they could find something out.
Right. Yeah. And we are full of information. If you needed who to go to about taxes or health care or the food bank, you know, where is it at? And you're by the library. We have all of, if we don't have the answer, I will find the answer.
Right, and y'all have always done that, and and when I was in there the other day, just looking around, I'm thinking this place has changed so much since I've been in here, and it's been a while since I've been in there, but I like the way it looks.
Oh, thank you. Yes,
it's looking nice.
Yes. Well, I'm taking guidance from Miss Betty still. We talk 2 to 3 times a week still, and I keep her up to date. And then I say, Miss Betty, do you think this will work? And she gives me her opinion. And she said, well, we've done it before and it worked great. Or, well, I don't know. Look into it. She always tells me. So, yeah. So she still has her thumb on that library, which she always will. So
yeah, I'm sure she will.
Yes.
She was there for what?
60 years.
60 years.
Longest running librarian in the state of Tennessee.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
So.
And I imagine things that have helped libraries as well is when Dolly Parton started her Imagination Library.
Yes.
And kids all across the state get these books.
Yes.
And all my children and grandchildren have received.
Yes. And that's very important. Now, we make sure that all of our patrons, when they come in with young children, have they signed up for Dolly Parton, because it's a great resource for free books. Each child gets a free book a month.
Yeah.
And so, and our Friends of the Library takes care of that program for us. So we're very blessed for that. So if you have a child that has not signed up for the Dolly Parton Imagination Library, come to the library. We will sign them up right then, and they will get a free book every month. So
I know my grandson right now, when he gets his, I look at him, I think, maybe he won't notice if I cut into this and read
yes,
it.
yes, yes. So we're very blessed with that program. Very, very blessed. So.
Well, and it has started a generation of readers.
Yes, it really has.
And because even when I was teaching school before I retired, I remember hearing the students talk about that, and they were a lot already in place.
Yes, yes. So we're blessed with that program. And speaking of free books, another plug for our summer reading program is every time your child up to senior in high school comes to the library, they get to spin the famous wheel that we started last year. The child spins the wheel and they get a prize out of the matching box, and then they get to pick their own book and take it home, a free book. We've been blessed from Scholastics for $2,000 worth of free books.
Oh wow, that's
that
great.
We will be able to give away. So we're so excited for that.
Well, good. That sounds like there's a lot of things going on.
Oh, lots
And,
of things.
And I imagine it's keeping you busy till you close. Huh?
Yes, it does. And even on my days off sometimes, which is fine.
Well, as long as it's something I know you enjoy,
Yes.
and you're having a fun time, and your
I am.
staff enjoys
Yes.
the work there. And,
Yes.
Because every time I've ever been in there, it's always been friendly and atmosphere and helpful atmosphere, and
That's good to hear.
and,
Yes.
it's always that way, and I'm sure others feel the same way.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
so that's kind of neat. So so many of these programs are not like your old library, where
No.
you come in, just go find a book and get
Be
quiet,
quiet
and
and read.
you know.
No.
Now there's if you are quiet, you wonder if you're into something.
Yes, yes, for sure. And if you come to the library at 10 o'clock on Mondays, Wednesdays, or Fridays, it's not quiet because our family room is full of children. We're doing story hour, and we sing and dance, and I am shocked that you guys don't hear us over here at the chamber because sometimes we are a little loud.
Well, that might
so.
be the interference I hear every now and then.
It could be.
Thoughts.
It could be.
Well, and that's really neat because you want to get children involved. That's the
Yes.
key. And like you said, there's so many things that buy for their time.
Yes.
And this is one way of buying something that's good for their time, not something that'll get them in trouble.
Yes, that's for sure. So, and with our adult program, for summer reading program, we're going to do a seed exchange. You bring in a pack of seeds and you can take a pack of seeds home. Or the bulbs that we'll be planting this fall, bring in a package of bulbs and you can take a package of bulbs home. We will have a jar and you will estimate how many seeds are in that jar.
Oh.
And whoever wins all these, they get a prize. And then with our adult program, like our teen program, we want to establish book clubs. I think it's very important that our community has lots of book clubs, and you learn through a book club, and you establish friendships through a book club. So those are the goals that we have for after summer reading program. We have book clubs, and then once we have book clubs, our library is always open for a meeting place for book clubs.
Well, and you have all the little libraries set across the
Yes,
county.
our free libraries.
And
Yes.
there's a lot of good books in those.
Yes,
And,
yes. And there's 11 of those in our county. And if any of the community members see that one is low, give me a call and we will fix that. Because we have lots of books that we put in those free little libraries. So it's a great opportunity, mostly for the ones that live on the mountain that can't come down every day to the library. They could go to a free library around their area and get a book.
That's what, when that first started, I thought, well, that's different.
Yeah.
And I thought, I wonder how that'll work. And
Yeah.
And because I guess I was a little negative. I'm thinking, well, somebody go in there and tear that up. you
Yeah.
know, but it hasn't been that way.
No, that was one of Betty Worley's dreams, and it has come to pass. And so, it's a great. We don't have any problems at all except taking all of our books, and that's a good thing. That's the goal. So, yeah.
Yeah, because you want if a book is in someone's hands, they're going to read it.
Yes.
Probably.
Definitely. So,
Yeah.
and we have books from children to adult fiction. So it will range anywhere between them for those books in the free library.
Well, that's really neat, and that excites me to know
Mhm.
that, because it gives a lot of children, even the younger children. I know they push it hard in the schools.
Right.
The reading and
Mhm.
trying to get, because a lot of times I remember sometimes I'd have to go over to somebody and say, hey, you need to put your book down and do your work.
Yes, yes.
And,
Yep.
I mean, I hated to do that because
Yes.
they were into reading,
Right.
but I had to get to work too.
Yes, that's for sure.
So, but that's a good thing. And all these book clubs, you see these writing clubs
Yes.
around that
Mhm.
meet at coffee shops
Yes.
and things, and book clubs as well. They'll
Mhm.
meet at different places all around,
Mhm.
and they'll exchange books with one another,
Yeah.
and that's the really neat thing.
Mhm.
And I know some of the, as I was talking to you the other day, the book that I wrote with my students.
Yes.
That was a science fiction, and I wasn't into science fiction. That was the furthest thing from my mind.
Right.
But it turned out pretty good
Mhm.
after we started working on it.
Mhm.
I have a better appreciation for science fiction now
Yes,
than
that's
I
for sure.
had before.
Mhm.
And I think that's what will happen with your readers.
Yes.
They'll have a better appreciation not only for reading, but they may not like one genre, but they might find something else and go, this is pretty neat, I like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, and I think it's good in book clubs because you get a person's insight on the book, and you may not have thought of it that way.
Yes.
And so that's another plus for a book club. So we really would love some book clubs at the library.
Yeah, because I know I've been involved with some teacher workshops, and they would throw out a reading to us.
Yeah.
And give us time to read it, and then they would start asking, well, what do you think? And you start hearing all these different points of view. You're thinking, well, I didn't think about that.
Right.
That's an idea. And then you start putting yours together and think, well,
Mhm.
here's something. And
Mhm.
so it's neat to have all the different perspectives,
It really is. Yes.
because that helps not only your own knowledge, but it
Mhm.
helps others, and then you're not afraid to share your
Exactly.
knowledge
Yes.
and your ideas.
And that's the goal.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I think that's great, and even the younger ones, I know you'll probably have to deal real hard for the 0 to 3. I
Yeah.
think it's 0 to 3 group.
0 to 3. Yes.
Because sometimes they have their own way of thinking.
They do. They do. So we just try to, meet them where they're at.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
And one thing I want to point out too, because I was looking over your material, this summer program is not where the parents can just drop their kids off
Oh,
and
no.
leave.
Mm-mm.
They have to stay.
They stay and they enjoy it themselves. They know the songs now that we sing and dance to, and we have now established friendships with these moms and dads and grandmas, grandpas, aunts and uncles. And so that's just like a little branch of Story Hour that now we have
Yeah.
friendships. So it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. So,
Well, and that works on picking up volunteers.
yes, it does.
And I'm sure most of the parents that come to these would be
Mhm.
glad to volunteer and help out in
Yes,
any way.
yes, they do, and they are appreciative of the programs at the library, and they are more than willing to help in any way that if we have any need at the library. I know that my parents would be there to help.
Well, good. Maybe they'll help you get that new library.
Oh, maybe.
But of course, I know that takes a lot of money and things
Oh,
like
yes.
that, and it takes a lot of planning. But things grow.
Yeah. Mhm.
Our schools used to be small too.
yes, that's for
But
sure.
they've had to add on.
Yes.
So things just take time.
Mhm. Yeah, because I would really love an area for my teenagers just to hang out. Some chairs, maybe a couch, some lamps. And we don't have that right now. I'm trying to figure out where I could put that. But that is a goal of the library, we have a family room and we have an adult section. We need a teen section.
Uh-huh. Well, that would be neat because, like we talked about, teenagers don't always have a place to go.
No.
And actually, here in Dunlap, there's not a lot for
Mm-mm.
the
Mm-mm.
teenage, the middle age group
Right.
to hang out. And
Right.
They don't, and I guess the opposite of that is they get into trouble hanging
Yes.
out at other places that shouldn't be.
Yes. Yes.
So
So
this-
we want a place where they could go to the game shack and come to the library and hang out for a little while. And then if we ever got a new library, I would love a little coffee shop.
Yeah.
That would be, I've been to the big libraries in Tennessee and they always have a coffee shop, and it's
Oh, that's
just,
neat.
yeah, it's really neat. So
Well, that would really be, that'd probably bring more people.
I think so. I know I would be there a lot.
Yeah. Well, that's really neat. And well, what are some of the other things going on that you want haven't talked about?
Okay, we have genealogy on Wednesdays from 10 to 12. And our genealogy room is upstairs. And we have lots of information about families, but we also have new programs on our computers that you can come and we have a volunteer and then Linda Powell, who's an employee. They are really knowledgeable about genealogy and they can help you on these new websites that we have. And so we have a printer up there, and then you can print off some information if you need to, make copies of some books if you need to. So we have the genealogy going. Let's see, we have, of course, Story Hour, Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. Wednesday mornings is Kindergarten Readiness, and that was a new program that we started, and it was a sign-up program. And these are the children that started in August, and they're graduating this Tuesday night. Cap, gown, tassel, everything up in our conference room at the library. And we're going to continue that. I wasn't so sure if it was going to work, but I had to try it. And from that Kindergarten Readiness, we have 4 families that want to do it in August, so we are going to continue doing Kindergarten Readiness. So, yeah. And then the jigsaw puzzles, genealogy, Story Hour. We will be starting a new program in July. I need 10 9 to 12-year-old girls, 10 of them, for a new grant that we received, and it's from NASA. And they're going to be providing Chromebooks and programs, and we just help with the art and the program. And you come to the library, and it will be, I think, on Tuesday nights in the month of July, but look in the paper and on our website for more information on that. So that's another new program we will be doing, and we're just grateful that NASA chose us. I mean, there was only a few in the state of Tennessee that got this grant, received this grant, so we were blessed that we were one of them.
Yeah, and a lot of people look at Dunlap and they say, well, you're just a small town, you know, you're not much, you know, I mean, they have that attitude.
They do.
But really, if they looked down hard, Dunlap has got a lot of things going on for it. We may be small in number, but we've got a lot of things. We've received a lot of grants and stuff going on as well. So
yeah, it's so true. We had craft night with our father and daughters and craft night with our mother and sons this spring, and it was a great hit. We're going to continue doing that every spring. So we're just trying new things to see what works, what may not work, and it's okay if it doesn't work. At least we tried.
Yeah. Well, I need to get up in that genealogy room because, you know, I'm related to Thomas Edison.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Drunk doctor misspelled my daddy's name. It's supposed to be EDI instead of EID.
Yes.
But anyway.
Yeah, no, you need to go up there because we can find a lot. Well, I say we. I know a little bit about genealogy this past year, learned a little bit, but they could help you. And the programs are wonderful. And they're free.
Yeah. Now, I don't get any of his money. So I don't get anything off the lots. But I am related. So that's kind of neat.
Yes, it is.
Well, is there anything else you want to tell us about what's going on? It starts, I know, June 3rd, right?
June 3rd is our kickoff. Now, if you would like to register early, we have registration forms at the library. And we just encourage every family in our community to come to the library. June 3rd is our kickoff. You'll see activities in our parking lot and down the inside. And we can't wait to meet our new community members and see our old families from the library this summer.
Great.
So we're excited.
Oh, good. Well, thanks for being with us today.
Oh, thank you.
And it's been a pleasure.
Oh, yes, it has.
And again, folks, you can see this interview on BTC Fiber's YouTube page as well as BTC Fiber's Cable Channel 18. And again, thank you to Needful Things General Store for sponsoring our program. Go by and see them right there on 127. So until the next time, have a great day. Hey everybody, this is Glenn Edison from Valley Views. We appreciate you watching our shows, and we would like for you to like, share, and follow us on Facebook, as well as like and subscribe to our YouTube page.